I'd like to thank Second Opinion Society for inviting me once again to lead a workshop that combines creativity and wellness. My name is Kim Rogers. I am a longtime Yukoner, a mom, a musician, and have been a registered social worker and counselor for over 20 years. I also have some training in expressive arts facilitation, which is what I'm going to be doing today with you. I have a business. It's called Valkyrie Expressive Art Journeys. And a Valkyrie is, the reason I chose it for my business icon is because it's a powerful feminine icon from Norse mythology. And one of the things Valkyries are known for is guiding people in some kind of spiritual or personal journey, which is really what this is all about. So yeah, that's why I called my business Valkyrie Expressive Art Journeys. So what are expressive arts? Expressive arts are spontaneous creative activities that also have some sort of wellness or self-awareness benefit. And activities that can be used in expressive arts are, of course, art, drawing, painting, sculpture, writing, listening to music or writing music, creating poetry, dancing, and other types of body movement, collage, creating things out in nature. So going out into natural environments and creating sculpture is a form of expressive arts. Yeah, so it's really a variety of anything creative. Really could be an expressive arts, expressive art, because you're using creativity in some form or another. So why are expressive arts useful and relevant in wellness? I believe that doing things creatively is an alternative to talk therapy. Talk therapy can be very helpful, very useful. Talk therapy hits on all the same things that expressive arts can do, but expressive arts or anything creative opens up a different side of our brain. So it engages our intuitive nonverbal part of our brain and kind of bypasses all the logical thinking, analytical sides to us. So it's a different way to get answers to things or to get more guidance or just more self-awareness or a different way to reflect on issues and emotions in our lives. Doing creative things can help us relax and stay calm. It encourages the release of emotions in a gentle and non-judgmental way. By doing any kind of creativity, we can get insights about ourselves or about an aspect of our life that we might not normally see. So sometimes we can be surprised by what art will bring out. And it's playful. It can be an opportunity for people to just be playful and to have some fun with something that you can go back to later and look at and say, wow, I'm seeing something different now when I look at this piece of artwork or a creative piece, and coming to conclusions that maybe weren't present in the moment when you made them. It's really quite magical, and I just love doing it. And I think people really enjoy opportunities to be creative as well. Also with expressive arts activities, when you make something or you create something and you share it with another person or a group of people, and in a supportive and encouraging way, that helps with the healing. That's a huge component to why expressive arts are so powerful, because often it involves being seen or being heard or being witnessed by somebody who's supportive and can reflect things back at you or just share what you've done. And that is a big part of why expressive arts works and feels like a nice thing to do. So I often get the question, what's the difference between what you do and what an art therapist does? And even though expressive arts are very therapeutic, and what we're doing today can be very therapeutic, it's different from what art therapy does. So art therapy is a specialized field of study. It focuses on creating art with clients one-on-one in a clinical practice setting, usually, and it's for a specific psychological outcome. So, and it focuses mostly on doing visual artwork. It doesn't often incorporate things like dance, music, movement, going outside, those kinds of things, making things, or using different modes of expression. It mainly focuses on visual art. And art therapy takes place within usually an established long-term relationship with a counselor or with an art therapist. And the work is aimed toward a deep and specific psychological or behavioral change or a result. So it's far different than running an expressive arts workshop, which is kind of like it's a one-off thing. We're gathering together here for a couple of hours to do an activity. I'm leading the activity. There's kind of a theme to it, but what clients get out of that is kind of up to them and where they want to go with it. It's very non-directive in terms of the way I would steer it. I'm not really steering the process of people when they do these activities. I'm just presenting the activity, providing a supportive container for it to take place, and kind of guiding some personal reflection that might be meaningful in a bunch of different ways, depending on who is participating. So expressive arts practitioners can be professionals such as social workers, counselors, teachers, or mental health care providers who receive training on top of what they already do, which can enable them to lead a broader range of activities with their clients. And so it's in addition to the helping work that they already do. So that's what the case is with me. I'm a counselor primarily, and I use expressive arts as one way to help clients, along with all the other ways that I can help them through my counseling training. So yeah, that's some of the ways that expressive arts practitioners and art therapists can differ. Also, expressive arts can be done in a variety of settings, such as groups and workshops and hospitals and schools and correctional facilities and workplaces, as well as individual work. So expressive arts really lends itself to working with groups of people, because it's not, you're not encouraging super deep sharing of personal information necessarily. It's more an individual journey that is embarked upon in a group setting that has a kind of a common theme, but it's not meant to be a psychologically transforming relationship, because often it's like a one-off like this, right? And in this situation, people can watch this presentation after the fact. They can come back and watch the recording later, which doesn't lend itself to a therapist-client kind of relationship. It's far different. So basically, I like to design creative activities that are designed to guide people to come up with their own insights about themselves, reach their own meanings. While they might have a theme, they don't really have a predetermined outcome. So whatever we talk about at the end of this art making session is whatever is going to come up will be what we can talk about and process at the time. So sometimes it's quite a surprise. So yeah, what are we doing today? Well, we're going to talk about core values. And it's meant to focus on up to 3 things, up to 3 values that you can identify that you would like to focus on or turn your attention toward or settle into this year. I don't want to say work on because it's January and we're already working on too much stuff, probably. So let's not look at it as what are we going to work on this year? And let's look at it as what can we settle into this year that we would like to gently bring to our awareness and our consciousness so that we can work towards some personal growth in a kind of a gentle way. And core values can do that. And so you may not know what your core values are. That's kind of part of what this workshop is about, is to try and determine up to 3. It could be 1. That's okay. I've provided a list of core values. It's just a sample though. There's more. That's not the only core values that are out there, but I did provide a list for the people who are with us today. It's in the chat box and you can access that list to choose from. And the list is also available to those who are joining the video later. They can access that attachment of core values in with the workshop material that's online. So why is it helpful to create visuals to represent our values? Because that's what we're doing today. We're going to pick some values, and then we're going to find a way to incorporate something visual that can represent that value or those values. And I think it's important to create visuals because it's a powerful way to keep your attention on them, really. I mean, there was one year that I put an image of something on the front of my day book, and I had it there all year. And my day book is something that's in my hands every day. And just by putting that image on the front of my day book for that year, it really, I believe that it really helped transform a lot of things for me because it was in my face. It was in my focus. Oh yeah, there's my image. That's what I want to settle into. And it can help us make the tiny little choices that we make each day. They're based on something. They're based on our values. We always do actions that are based on our values. So if we can see our values in front of us, or the ones that we really want to kind of strengthen or bring to the front of the line this year, if we can see them, then we can make choices that go toward them. That's why I think, you know, this whole exercise of picking images or designing something that represents your value, that you can see, hold, look at, put somewhere, whatever, is going to help people to stay grounded in those values for the year. It's just like it's like intentions, but it's a different way of getting at intentions, right? So for today, I mean, you can use anything you want to use to create these images. So you can do collage, pick images out of magazines or anything that's printed around the house that you won't feel like you can cut up and take images out of there and glue them on a page. If you want to draw or paint, you can certainly do that. That's perfectly open to you. If you want to make a sculpture out of something, that's okay too. Photographs, you want to go out and use your phone and take some photographs of things around your house that might represent values. Or you could go into your camera roll of photographs you already have in there and choose some. It's really wide open today in terms of what you want to do to represent these values in terms of an art piece. I am going to show you an example. I did this on the weekend just to try it out, and this is what I came up with. So this is, you know, a little collage. That's all it is. It's a selection of images that I thought represented this value of kindness that I chose. And I just glued them on. And then what I would like people to also do is when they've got their image glued on or created or whatever they're doing, that they write down some words as well to go with that image or those images. because the words can help you even deepen into that value of kindness. So for instance, the words that I chose to describe this collage were softness, humility, giving, graciousness, acceptance, letting go. Those are the words that came to me when I saw what I chose for my images. And that just fleshes out the heading of kindness. It's kindness, but there's all these other things underneath the kindness. How am I going to manifest kindness this year? These words can help you get deeper with how you're going to do that, or how you would like to do that. So that's kind of just an example of how it can be done. Doesn't have to be done that way. It's wide open for whatever feels comfortable for you. The list will be available to you. So what we're going to do is I'll do a brief guided visualization, as I do before all of my expressive art activities, to get us grounded in the moment and get us ready to do some art. And put your worries at the door and all of that. And then after that, the recording will end. I'll say a little blurb and say goodbye to the recording part for now. And then the people who want to access it later can look it up online and follow me along up until the end of the guided visualization. And then they'll be welcome to do the activity as they wish at home. Whereas we will continue on and have space to do the activity and then to come back and debrief it together. And the people at home who watch it later, or the people who access the video later, are always welcome to contact me if they want to debrief what they've done. Because a big part of expressive arts is debriefing your work. And if you're watching the video later, you don't get that opportunity to debrief with the group who's watching here. And if you feel like you need to do that as part of your process, I'm open to people contacting me for that purpose, so that I can witness what you've done. Or they can, share it with a trusted family member or friend, and also that can be helpful too. So if you have trouble with the list of values and you just think, oh, it's too many, I can't pick, try and narrow it down to 10. That's how I did it. I found this kind of overwhelming when I did it, because there's so many that look like, yeah, that's my value and that's my value and they're all my values. But actually, if you really start to think about it, there are some that rise to the top. And if you can't pick 3, first pick 10, then narrow it down to 5, then see if you can narrow it to 3. If you can only pick 1 today, that's fine too. It can be overwhelming, but it's really not meant to be. It's sort of meant to be a free-flowing thing. Use your intuition. What do you gravitate toward? What do you want to express today? That's what will come to the surface, hopefully. So when you pick your words from the list of your values, you're gonna then use that to inform whatever you do with your art to represent that. So say adventure. If adventure is one of your values, you're gonna try and create an image or pick an image or do something visual that's gonna lead your mind to adventure. And then we'll get together at the end of that and we will talk about what we've done. So now is the time for the visualization. I will play something peaceful in the background here while I read this visualization. Let's just take a minute here to relax into this. Find a comfortable position and make any physical adjustments to feel relaxed. Close your eyes if you wish, or softly focus on something that will help calm your thoughts. The intention of this visualization is to give you some time to appreciate the present, to help you take a break from striving, achieving, and future thinking that can cause stress. Also to help you let go of thinking about past things, which can cause anxiety. or self-judgment. The past and the future can both pull you away from the appreciation of all the blessings of right now. And as we begin, I will invite you to bring some attention to your breathing. And just breathe in and out in a rhythm that feels natural for you, while noticing each breath as it comes in and as it goes out. Imagine warmth wrapping around you as you melt further into relaxation. Think about the space you're in, whatever you're sitting on at the moment. Think about letting tension go from your face, your neck, your shoulders, your back, your arms, your torso, your legs, and your feet. Think of all the physical capabilities your body has in this present life for you to appreciate. And take a moment to be fully present with resting this physical self in gentle stillness. Your physical self is surrounded in protection and support in this space today. And keeping your attention on your breath, breathe in appreciation for the gifts that are inside you, such as your thoughts, your feelings, your talents, your inner qualities, as well as gifts on the outside, such as your physical health, your skills and accomplishments. Think of the people you love and care about the most. There is so much greatness to notice. No matter what is happening around you or how you may feel, you are still surrounded by blessings and gifts. And take a moment to breathe softly as you welcome this light in. Now bring your attention further inward to a place that is your spirit, where your deepest self feels most at home. Your spirit is connected to everything and everyone. Your physical self, your emotions, your surroundings, where you live, the entire earth. It's the higher power that guides you, the spiritual place within you. Your spirit is your higher self, the one who knows who you truly are, who loves and guides you through all eternity, unconditionally. Your higher self is your creative self, the one who wants you to succeed, who is always with you and is called to be beside you today as you prepare to create something that is from your heart. You are here today to discover what will be most meaningful for you to welcome into your life this year. What are the values you want the most to get close to and to make your choices from this year? Invite Spirit to show you what they are today, to allow them to step forward and speak to you in a way that enables you to mindfully choose them. They will be your companions for all of this year. Take a moment to breathe softly as you welcome this intuitive knowing to come into your heart and your mind today. When you are ready, bring your attention to your fingers and toes, wiggling them awake as you slowly, easily, and gently open your eyes or release your gaze and come back into your personal space and the company we find ourselves in today.
Very nice, Kim.